Is the expat lifestyle for everyone? Hey, Jason here. If you're new to the channel, I've been an expat slash nomad for 10 years now. I am on my fourth country, third continent, here in the southern region of Africa in Lusaka, Zambia. And one of the things I've started doing is sharing with you what I've learned along this 10-year journey. But most importantly, if you're an expat or thinking about becoming one, giving you some reasons why you should be looking into this southern region of Africa for the opportunities and the safety that exist here. So today's video is actually after I was watching Kiki Loves Nigeria. She's in the Gambia now, one of the countries in Africa I haven't been to. I believe that's West Africa. And she brought up some really good points that I don't think a lot of people understand what it really means to when you relocate and become an expat, an expatriate. You're leaving your home country. And there's a reason why, and historically speaking, like it's mainly military personnel that you see becoming expatriates in different countries. And the main thing is homesickness. Like you have to really understand, like when you're deciding to leave the United States, UK, or wherever you're from, even if you're an African looking to go to another country, you may be leaving for good. You may never return back to your home country. And if you're not mentally ready for that, it can break you down. Now, when people have those breakdowns, we call it homesickness, but there are ways to get around it. And also, you have to understand what it really means to relocate, especially when you're coming this far to Africa, because you're coming across to the other side of the world. And I know for at least most Americans, they're not used to taking trips this long. For me personally, because I'm a military veteran, wartime military veteran, and my first duty station was actually in South Korea. So it took me at a very young age of 18 and flew me across the world. And I was in a whole country where a majority of the people didn't speak English. And so because I did that at such a young age, it made me understand that, wait, I can adapt to anywhere. But there's some other factors also that I want to talk about, which has made me be able to adapt to this expatriate lifestyle without the desire to ever want to return home. Now, do that mean I don't miss my family? No, it doesn't mean that. It means I prioritize the things that I can get here that may be out of reach there back in the United States or Texas. And so one of the things that I prioritize is, what are the economic advantages for me being able to live in another country? Is my money going to multiply? Am I able to do business there? Can I create possible generational wealth there? If enough of those questions aren't answered with a yes and showing me safe legal ways to do it, I do not want to be in those type of countries. That's one of the reasons I left Panama. Panama is a beautiful country, but it's very overpriced. I was like, hey, I might as well just live in Florida if I'm going to be paying this much money living here in Panama. One of the reasons I didn't like about Colombia. And I'm a big fan. I love Colombia, but I was not feeling comfortable with doing business there. Just for me and from some of the things that I heard and seen personally. Sorry, I'm itching. My mustache is itching. It's tingling my nose. I had to get it trimmed down tomorrow. But some of the things I heard and seen was, dealing business in Colombia, it comes with some other issues sometimes. And I just didn't want to be around those issues. I wanted to be able to do everything legally through the government, register and be done. One of the reasons why I love South Africa. You can register a business, you can do business there, and no one's going to really bother you. They'll tell you exactly what you need to do, how to do it, things of that nature. One of the reasons why I like Botswana, it's a very legal place. You can register a business, start a business, do a business. One of the reasons I love Zambia, and I call Zambia home now. My home base is in Zambia. Like even now I have to go next week to PACRA, which is their equivalent to the place where you register your businesses, patents and all of that, and actually start getting my land clearing company registered, get the official business name, and the way it's an official business. Because one of the things I'm doing is, while now I'm finna start construction on some of the land that I have to start building the first rounds of the tiny homes, I'm creating a business for each step of the process of creating a tiny home. Because here's the deal. I've never created a tiny home in the US. I couldn't afford it. It was too expensive and out of my reach from where I was financially. However, here it is in my reach financially, so I'm doing it. And you see how I'm being honest with you up front. It's not things. This isn't my wheelhouse. This isn't my skill sets. So I'm creating the companies so then I can hire people who know how to do those things and get them taken care of. And so that is one of the things that doesn't make me miss my family as much, because I know 5, 10, 15 years from now, I can actually accumulate such a generational wealth that I can have houses here for my family. I can build places for them. My mom, I told her, hey, you got 2 more years left in America, then I'm bringing you here. I was like, seeing how much her health was declining last year while she was here. And I see the American lifestyle is not helping her. And so I told her, look, 2 more years. I know you still want to work. You want your independence. So I told her, look, 2 more years, you can stay in America, but then you need to come here. I'll have a house here built for you. I already have the layout of how I'm going to do my own land that's for my house and stuff. And I'm still going to be doing a tiny home concept because guess what? I don't need a big house anymore. I don't have a huge family. When that day comes, then maybe I'll build a 5, 6, 7, or 8 bedroom house or a little mini mansion. But like I said, I'm going to do like a villa style, like how you see in the DR and places like that. And it's just going to be tiny home concepts, have a little braai area, places of that area, and have her a house next to me. And then I'm going to have a house on there for whoever I have as her full-time nurse / caretaker. So that way she's good and she's good to go. But if you're someone who you can't put off, if you're needing that family bond, that family connection, I understand some people have very close-knit and tight-knit families. Being an expat might not be the best thing for you, especially coming as far as to a place like Africa. You may need to look into the closer countries like Mexico, Central America, and some of South America, or even some of the Caribbean islands. And the thing is like homesickness is real. The only reason I don't really deal with it is because, one, I grew up as the youngest child of 3, but also I grew up 10 years apart from everyone. So all of my cousins, everyone, extended family, anyone that was even the closest person to my age was probably when I was 7, they were 17, 18, 19, 20. And so they were living their life. Like, they don't want to be playing with a 7-year-old kid when you're now 17, 18, 19, 20. And so for me, I kind of grew up as an only child. And then right after high school, I went straight into the military. So by doing that, it gave me an extended stretch of just being alone. So from probably, let's say the age of 10, because by then both of my brothers were out of the house for the most part in the military or working, doing their thing. So from 10 until I was about 24, 25, that whole gap, I was by myself. Even in the military, I didn't speak to my family that much or talk to them that much. 1, because of the job that I was doing. And 2, it just wasn't a point. I don't mean it in a bad way. Just that family closeness was not there for me. So like for me, my lifestyle and how my life was, it made me one of the most opportune people to be able to adapt to an expat lifestyle a lot easier. Even now, when I go back home, the few times I do visit back in the US, I don't feel like an American anymore. I feel out of place. And what I mean by that is the cultural adaptations, just the way the people are talking, some of the slang, the colloquialism. Like last time I was back there, I was so used to speaking Spanish. I was speaking to more Mexicans than I was to Americans, actually, because it was just, I felt more comfortable speaking in Spanish at that time. And so it made it to where for me, there's a cultural gap that I have now with being an American, because I'm almost going on, not going on, but there's going to come a time. I'm 10 years away from the U.S. now. In another 10 years, I will have spent almost majority of my time outside of the United States than I did in the United States. Because even remember when I left went to the military at 18, my first duty station was South Korea, spent a year there. Then I went to the Iraq War, spent a year there, was in Kuwait. Like I've spent a lot of time out of the United States as an adult than I have as an adult. And so for me, I don't have those, like, I don't even know how to describe it. I don't have those anchors holding me to American culture. Do I miss some things from the United States? Yes, I miss Amazon. I'm gonna be real with you. I miss Amazon. Being able to order just about anything you want and get it within 2 days to 5 days. I miss Amazon. That is the main thing that I miss, being able to just order things that I want and get them right away. But outside of that, I don't miss too much. That doesn't mean I don't love and care about my family. It just means I'm so used to having that love and that relationship from a distance. Because truth be told, like even now, most of my family don't know Jason. Like they don't know the things I study. They don't know my interests, my hobbies. What are the things that make me tick? And so you have to take all of these things into consideration when you decide to go and move to another country, especially if we're moving around to the other side of the world. It's not as easy as some of us make it seem on the internet. And a lot of people just do not talk about this. Now, I can say for personal experience, most of the successful long-term expats that I have met, usually they have been in the military or they're a very disconnected family unit to where, you know, it may be that, oh, we get together maybe once every year or 2 years. It's not the ones that have a close-knit family, close structure. I've seen those are the ones that usually after 3 to 4 years, they end up going back to the U.S., whether it's for children, grandkids, or just being closer to better medical services. And so just think about that. Like also the second thing you want to think about is what are your medical issues? Don't go to the wrong country that cannot adequately accommodate your medical issues here. So like if you're someone with a severe sleep apnea and you're dependent on a CPAP machine, you're going to have a very higher budget living in the continent of Africa, or you're going to have to be able to invest in solar panels power and have a completely off-grid system because load shedding is real here. Here in Zambia, I'm not quiet about it. Like for my house, we have electricity now, but usually around 1700 to anywhere between 1700 to 1800 or 5 to 6 p.m. electricity goes out. It don't usually come back to maybe anywhere between 9 and noon. Can you handle that? If you need a CPAP machine, most likely not. So like if I was still suffering from severe sleep apnea, if I didn't take charge of my health the way I did when I was in Panama, I wouldn't be able to live here in the continent. That's just a fact. So please make sure if you have medical conditions, like what are they, and go to a place that can adequately accommodate you. You can't go to a place and then be like, oh, this place is shit. Oh, this is horrible. Why they don't have this? It's none of your business. They're not creating. They didn't bring you in and be like, hey, come here, please come. We want you in our country. You chose to go to that country. So be mindful of that. And then as far as coming to the continent of Africa, please remember Africa is a continent. It is huge. It is the second biggest continent next to and second to Antarctica. So West Africa, Central Africa, North Africa, East Africa, and South Africa, they're all different. They have different cultures, different tribes, different languages. The people look different. The foods they eat may be different. Like all of these things are different. So be mindful of that. If you're one that been to West or Central Africa and you said it was a horrible experience, it was dirty, it wasn't modern enough, then you may need to come to East or South Africa, the southern region of Africa, not the country of South Africa, but the southern region of Africa. And it's going to be a different experience. I am in the southern region of Africa. I go between Zambia, Botswana, and South Africa a lot. I love these three countries. I'm actually thinking about maybe going back to South Africa come August, just to go do some things and catch up with one of my business partners out there. But South Africa isn't for everybody. There's a lot of people like, oh, it's horrible here. It's too Western. What do you want? Like, really think about that. Do not just go sell all your stuff and move to a country. Make sure it's going to accommodate you. Make sure you can deal with the homesickness. One of the things, and I've said this in previous videos before, do not come to any country thinking of some utopia. No country is going to satisfy all your needs or make you 100% happy. Yes, I love it here, but am I 100% happy? No. I wasn't 100% happy in Colombia. I wasn't 100% happy in Panama. I wasn't 100% happy in the United States. But guess what? Zambia gives me enough things to offer here that I can legally do. And I know people are always saying, Jason, why do you stress so much on legally? I'm about legal. Legalities is what matters to me. I don't do anything illegal. I'm not looking for any backdoor deals or under the table deals. I want to be able to do things legally. Can I go to this office, fill out some paperwork, pay whatever the price is that is supposed to be paid, and then I get the thing that I want to get? That's all I want. So I can get land here legally. I can open up businesses here legal. I can invest in stocks, bonds, trust here legally. I can open up a bank account here legally. I can open up a trust here legally for when I have kids. All of those things that can matter. I can buy a car here legally. I can go get a driver license here legally, which I'm actually going to do next week. I'm gonna just go finish that part. I should have done it a couple of months ago, but I ended up getting busy. I can purchase land from the council here, from the city council or town council in different regions. I just put my name on the application, go for the interview, and then I pay the money. Like, all of these are things that I can legally do here in Zambia, and you can also. And so this is why I like countries like this. It's like, I'm not some exception to the rule. I'm just a normal person. Like, I'm not asking to be treated, oh, like a messiah. Oh, he came from America. No, I just want to be a regular person and have regular opportunities to where it's my hustle, my drive, my discipline that can get me what I want to get in life. And you have that ability too. But before you just go to a country, please do your due diligence and look and make sure that country can truly accommodate you. If you're needing electricity 100% of the time, and if you're not willing to pay the money for it, you may need to go to a country that offers that at a more affordable price. For me, because of where I'm at in the business side right now, I'm not going to invest in the money and get in a place that's already fully solar backed up, all of that, because 3 months of paying that, I could have just developed my own land and had a complete solar grid, or had my rental properties already up and going and ready to go. And then I would just be doing the marketing for it through social media. And so if you have any questions or comments about being an expat or ways to get over homesickness, just let me know down below in the comments and I will get back to you. But most importantly, just remember this: I'm Jason, and success is simple once you know how.